Hello, it's the Bad Mini Painter. So there's quite some time between my videos right now, and I'm trying to do better, but I have two small kids and work and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's hard to get time to actually paint, and during the Christmas everything is just crazy. But anywho, here we are. A Tyranid Biovore. I actually kind of liked the old models. They were kind of stocky and bulky, and I like that. The new one is way more like a bug. It seems more fragile. It still has the big body, but the legs are thin and tyrannidy. Anywho, today is going to be a little bit longer video for this kind of model. Normally I would do it in 7-9 minutes, but today it's a longer one because I want some time to rant between talking about the paint job. So I start out with a Hive Purple from the Army Painter. And I'm trying to do my Tyranid a little bit different this time around. I have a certain scheme, a way to go about it. So there's a coherency in my army, but I kind of want to try this one out. So let me know what you think. If you've seen my other Tyranid painting videos, how does this stack up? Just swallowed my tongue. How does this stack up? So about the channel a little bit. When I started this late summer, I felt like if I hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I would have done good. And we're way past that now. So thank you so much. It's hard to explain how much that actually means to me. I really appreciate it. It's amazing to me that more than 100 people. I know it's a tiny channel, but put 100 people into a room. That's a lot of people. So thank you so much to you guys. It's awesome. I'm humbled. Anywho, Scarlet Blood from Vallejo for the gun and also for the claws. It's a little bit more vibrant than Mephiston Red, so I decided to give that one a go. Normally I would go with Mephiston, but I'm going to darken this down. So I want it to be more vibrant, so it's not too dull to look at, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I'm also quite impressed by the comments I've received. Now, it's not that every video I put up turns into a discussion thread, but I get a lot of positive feedback from you guys. I use I'm going to go back and forth between ranting and talking about what I'm actually doing. I use thin down with a medium grimdark speed paint from the Army Painter. And I actually I thin it down to not overdo it, so so it's not just black on the first go, but I actually end up giving it a couple of coats, as you can see in the background, and I give the claws the same treatment, just to darken them down, also because later I'm going to highlight them and it just looks pretty good. I love that spelling error, so I use mummy, not mummy, but mummy ropes for the skin. Trying a kind of a new approach for that as well, and trying to be careful. This model was extremely hard to paint. There's a lot of areas that are hard to reach, and I definitely recommend that you do not put it on the base before start painting. So in general, all the comments are like super positive. You guys are so awesome. There are some people that seem to be confused about what this. Yeah, I hit the Carapace and rub it off. Some guy seems to be confused about what this channel actually is, because if you want to see someone doing an awesome job at painting, there's so many talented YouTubers with thousands and thousands of subscribers to go and watch. I'm the bad mini painter. I'm not bad on purpose. And in some cases I could definitely do a better job than what you're actually seeing. But I'm just getting the job done, having fun with it, trying new stuff out. Something works, something doesn't. Here's a thing that didn't really work for me. So I decided to paint the fleshy parts on the gun with the Gulliman flesh. And it just got way too dark, so I ended up highlighting it later on, or actually almost painting it over. So in this case, the contrast paint is kind of used like a shade, just in reversed order, because it got way too dark for my taste. I wanted it to be a little bit brighter and more vibrant. But I get a lot of comments that are super positive. People telling me that I'm not as bad as I say I am, and that's a lie, but it's nice of you guys. I think I'm exactly as bad as I say I am. But you're super nice, and it's just I use Praxetti white, and it's not really a dry brushing what I'm doing. I'm more like smearing it on in the areas that I can actually reach, and that's just to highlight the flesh. I do a real highlighting a little bit later on. Then I'm back to Scarlet Blood for the first highlight, and that's both for the claws and the gun. I also get comments like people get motivated to paint after watching my videos, and maybe it's because, hey, I can do that a lot better, and then it kind of serves the purpose. But when I started this channel, I was afraid is a wrong word, because I'm an adult and it is the internet. But I kind of expected a lot of you suck comments, because it is the internet. And I don't know if it's the miniature community as a general that are pretty positive. That might actually be the case. I don't know. But my comments are, in general, super positive and very motivating for me. So thank you so much for that as well. Besides, it's actually like you guys commenting and liking the videos helps the channel a lot. The famous YouTube algorithm really likes interaction. So dislikes, actually weird as a sound, also helps. Then it's time to work on the Carapace, and as habit be true, or as is my habit, I have a hard time figuring out where the camera is and where my brush is, so bear with me. I do apologize. But what I do is I take Genestealer Purple and I make some wear and tear marks on the Carapace, little stripes here and there, at the end and top. So all the areas that would get scraped or hit against objects as these bugs burrow through tunnels or storms through rocky areas and whatnot. Perhaps also some battle scars. I could do that. But first I do the Genestealer Purple. I feel like the Hive Purple shading contrast really did a nice job already. So this is just some extra gravy. Slanesh gray, and I make the streaks a little shorter, so it's right near the end and the tip of everything that kind of sticks out and would be scraped and scratched. It's quite therapeutic, almost like a little bit of meditation doing this part for me, because I've been doing it for so long. So I have a lot of Tyranid models. I love the Tyranids. It's just my favorite faction. I am going to be painting other stuff, but right now I'm kind of in a Tyranid mode. Yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm going to do a bunch of, I think Homagons is what I have on the table currently. I also kind of want to do stuff that isn't Warhammer 40,000. I have a metric fuck ton of Star Wars Legion Empire laying around for an army I want to build, and just haven't gotten to. Next I go in with a Carroburg Crimson, and that is for all the recesses and the vents on the model. And I'm not that careful, because I know that around the vents and all these areas I'm going to come back and highlight with a highly pigmented white star from Two Thin Coats, which is just the best white ever. Like, if you want like a bright white, then that one. It's in a good dripper bottle. So it doesn't clog up, and it's easy to work with. It's smooth when you apply it. It's just, I can't recommend it too much. And I do some Kislev flesh on the flesh parts. Again, I thought that the Gulliman, anyway, flesh contrast, it was a bit too splotchy. It didn't really look that good, but I could still use it as a shader. So what I did was I took Kislev and I kind of used it as a highlighting plus. So a very thick highlight. I don't know how to explain it actually, but you can see what I'm doing. It's not pretty, but it's kind of getting the job done. So I want to do other stuff. I'm also thinking about painting some one-page rules, something like that. But let me know what you think. I have also pre-ordered a lot of 30k. I don't know if any of you guys are going to be looking into that, but I think I always liked the epic, and I think it could be some fun, shorter painting videos. So I might be doing that. Anywho, let me know what you think. Now, white star from 2 thin coats, and I highlight all the flesh with it. And I also go in and add a little bit more to the carapace, right near the edge. So it goes from dark purple to bright purple to almost white purple / grey. It's a very light purplish lilac almost, and then white star for the final tip. And again, just excellent camera work. I do apologize. I'm still working with how to actually do this. I'm considering getting some kind of some way to have the camera float above. I don't know if that would be better, because well, most of the time you can see what's going on in my videos, but sometimes it's I'm watching back and go like, what the hell was I thinking? Oh, you poor guys, spending your time watching someone who can't even operate putting his hand in front of a camera. But anywho, so it's kind of like the final detail. As a last thing, I went in with the Druchi Violet, because the new Tyranid models, when you look at the box art, they are kind of purplish, where the Carapace meets the flesh, and I think it's kind of a cool look. So I add that too. There we go. Model drop. And the final result. I think I did okay. It could definitely be. It could have been a lot worse. So I'm actually kind of satisfied with this one, which is fairly rare for me. Normally, like, one thing is holding it in your hand, but in 4K, zoomed in like this, when I look at my work, I kind of, oh, that's my dirty glass. Well done. Good camera work. I think I'm going to get one of those turntables. Or actually, maybe I should make a tiny diorama for... oh, that was a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. Anywho, normally when you get all zoomed in like this, then I see all the little tiny or major mistakes I've made. But this one is it's okay. It could have been worse. I'm pretty satisfied with the carapace on the gun, especially. I think that that looks awesome. So, thank you so much for watching. If you made it through all 14 minutes and 30 seconds, well done on you. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It's so cool that you guys actually do that. You don't have to ring the notification bell, but you can if you want to. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's valuable. I will hopefully be back within a week with a new upload, and I will see you then.